Hi everyone, I hope y'all are having a wonderful holiday season. Sit back and relax. We're going to have a sort of relaxing chit chat and watch a video on how to make dried orange sliced garland. This is a natural garland that you can make to decorate your home with. So I've made some today and I used it to decorate over my fireplace, and I'll show you how that turns out at the very end. But right now I'm just picking some oranges off my orange tree. We have this really nice little orange tree by the horse pasture, and it always has a ton of oranges, but they're kind of smaller to mid-size. So as you can see, there's my hand kind of picking them off. So they're not the big oranges, but I thought that I would make use of them since we don't really use them for anything. And so this season, I think I'll make an orange garland. And I was also thinking about maybe making some like potpourri or some kind of scent smell for the home. There's the tree and what it looks like. You can see it's quite full of fruit. I'm pretty sure I'm 5'1" and it's hard for me to get up to the top, so I'm just picking the fruit at the bottom and those that have fallen. And you might see there in the background Lulu, my cow. She likes to join me and just watching and seeing what I'm doing. So this orange tree is right next to the horses and the cows, and they don't really eat from it. They usually love fruit trees, but they don't eat from this tree, so we have all the fruit. But there might be a reason to that, because years back, my husband picked some of these oranges and made some orange juice. And before I got home from work that day, he had already had some, and suddenly he got very sick. And it was almost like food poisoning, so I never really tried it. I just assumed maybe there's something wrong with the fruit of this tree. Anyhow, here are the oranges that I've picked, and these are the ones I'm going to use to make the orange slice garland. Let's go inside. All right, so we're inside now, and these are the oranges I'm going to use. I've already washed them up, and I'm using my knife here to cut and slice them. So you're going to want to slice however you like your orange slices. I'm trying to go a little thinner because I don't want to bake them too long. The thicker you go, the more you'll have to bake them in the oven. If you have a dehydrator or something like that, that would definitely help, but I don't have one of those. So I'm slicing my oranges quite thin, and right there behind that cutting board I have a cookie sheet, and on the cookie sheet I'm putting the orange slices. If you have parchment paper, that would probably be better for you to lay and line your oranges with, but I didn't have any today. So another thing about these oranges is they're really like unusual. They have a ton of seeds inside. I'm not sure why they have so many seeds, but they do. And they have so many that I'm just not really picking them out. But you do want to kind of pick them out if you can. They'll look prettier. I baked them with the seeds in, and then you'll kind of see at the end I had to pick them up afterwards. They kind of left holes so that I could string my garland through, so that's something else. But I just was kind of being lazy about it because there's just so many seeds. Maybe I'll show you throughout the video what it looks like. So do y'all make any homemade garlands? This is actually my first time making this garland. I just got the idea of making it because we just have so many of these oranges on this orange tree and we never use them. So it's quite an abundance of oranges. And like I said, I'm thinking about doing like a stovetop potpourri with some oranges and some cinnamon sticks and maybe some cranberries, and just making the house smell really good for Christmas time. If y'all have any suggestions on that, comment down below. So the other thing that I was trying to find was pine cones. We have 2 big pine trees in our backyard, and every year we always get lots of pine cones. As a matter of fact, when I got married, one of the decorations I used at my wedding was a bunch of these pine cones that I had collected over a short amount of time in our backyard, and I sprinkled those with glitter, and we had a Christmas themed wedding, so it was really beautiful. But for whatever reason this year we don't have any pine cones. One of the ideas I had was to string some pine cones and then some orange slices onto the garland and kind of alternate. But I wasn't able to find any pine cones. There's one sheet of the slices lined. I'm going to go ahead and set them over here. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 250 degrees. If you need some directions on as to how to do this, I will include a recipe in the description so that you can go see. All of my videos include the recipes in the description, so don't forget to check that if you're ever curious about measurements, oven times, or anything like that. So here's another cookie sheet that I'm getting ready to line. So what we're going to do here is just continue to slice them. Sometimes I'm slicing them a little too thin, or they're just not the right shape or size, and I'm throwing them away. These oranges are, free to me, so I'm just kind of being a little bit wasteful in a way, but we just have so many oranges. And as you can see, if they don't slice out right, I just throw them away. We're not going to get any other kind of use out of them other than the potpourri probably. And then they just fall off the tree and rot. We don't even have any animals that actually eat them. Like I say, our horses and cows are right there, but they never attempt to eat them. If y'all know, could it be possible that there are orange trees that are poisonous or, could make you sick? Comment down below. It just seems like this orange tree, no one wants to touch. But I want to make sure that we get some use out of it this season. It still gives it a wonderful aroma. It smells just like oranges and everything like that. So I think for the stovetop potpourri, it'll be really good. When you get to baking your oranges, you're going to want to bake them in your oven at 250 degrees for about at least 3 hours. This will dry them out, and it'll also produce an aroma in your home of kind of citrus, so it's nice. So anyhow, talking about the pine cones, you can decorate by creating a garland that's alternating with something else like pine cones, or you can use like cranberries or red or green beads. You can do whatever you like. Be creative with it. You can create whatever you think would look nice in your home. The other thing I thought about doing was to make a garland out of popcorn. And I haven't gotten to that yet, but I may do that. I early in the season saw like it was kind of a faux or fake garland made of popcorn. I thought it was real, but it was made of plastic. And I thought it was so beautiful, which got me the idea of thinking I should create my own garlands this year. But I'm starting off with this orange sliced garland. And if I get around to it, I will go ahead and make the popcorn garland. Did y'all grow up making any popcorn garlands or anything like that? Comment down below. I didn't really grow up making anything like that, but I've always been a very crafty person, and I like using free or frugal things. So it's right up my alley, but I've never ever done it. Hopefully this year maybe I can get around to doing it. But I'm glad that we're trying this orange sliced garland together today, and it might be a tradition we do every year, as I have this orange tree that's always producing many oranges. So today I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater, although I don't think it's very ugly, but my daughter calls it the ugly Christmas sweater. I've worn this sweater for many years, so she's very used to seeing me in it around Christmas time. Unfortunately, this year it got a little hole around the collar. I'm debating whether or not to fix it or just go ahead and retire this sweater completely. So do y'all like to do ugly Christmas sweaters? I know that lots of people do parties at work and things like that. I would always wear this sweater when I would go, and I used to work at a social work agency, and we had basically a day that we went and delivered gifts to all the kids that they would get from donors, and it was so fun. I would always wear this Christmas sweater and go see all the children, bring them their gifts, and I would decorate my car. There's another tray. And I would put antlers on my car with the reindeer nose and this reindeer sweater, and it was just so fun to do that. I have all these fond memories of doing that every year. Seeing their happy faces when I showed up and all their things, it was just so magical. So anyhow, I'm getting kind of to the end here with these oranges. I know it's been a little long. I meant to mention earlier, if you wanted to just skip through some of this chit chat, you can, and you can get closer to the end. But I thought we would just do kind of a relaxing video today, just chit chat and work. So most of our Christmas decorations are up. We haven't really done our gate. We have a gate out front that we usually put garland on, and we haven't really done that part. We have been enjoying the Christmas season and doing lots of fun things, but we're not totally in the season as we are sometimes. We haven't done the Christmas garland out front, and I've been telling my husband about it, but we're not there yet. We've decorated, we've put up our Christmas tree, our Christmas village. You can see that here on this channel. And we've done quite a few things. We've gotten some eggnog, we've baked some cookies, we've baked our cinnamon rolls. I make bake ahead cinnamon rolls. That way we can have them ready for Christmas. And that is also on this channel, and I'll probably be making a video around some of the things we've been cooking and baking as well. So stay tuned. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to be uploading all of that here soon. What do y'all make to eat for Christmas? This year I think we're going to do turkey. Okay, so that's the rest of this cookie sheet filled up. Now we got the oranges here in the oven. They're at 250 degrees. Okay, and now they have come out, and this is what they look like. Some of them got baked a little bit extra. You can see the color, but they're just right. And so I used some string and just strung them onto a string. If I had some pine cones or something, I would alternate, but I just used the orange slices, and this is what it turned out like. I went ahead and just hung this over my fireplace, and I think it turned out nice. Thank you so much for coming along. I'll catch you next time. Happy holidays.